You know that feeling when you find a rare, forgotten piece of media? That's how I felt when I stumbled upon this old, unlabeled anime cassette tape at a dusty flea market. The vendor had no idea what it was, just that it was part of a bulk lot from an old collector. I took it home, my heart pounding with the thrill of a potential lost treasure. Little did I know, I had found something that should have stayed lost. The tape was for a show I'd loved as a kid, Galactic Wanderers, but the episode on it was one I'd never seen before. It wasn't in any official episode list online. The animation quality was rough, the audio a little distorted, but it was definitely the show. The story was weirdly dark, with the heroes facing an enemy they couldn't see, something that existed in the spaces between moments. It was unsettling, but that wasn't the truly terrifying part. It was the static. Between scene cuts, the screen would flash with static, just for a split second. The first time, I didn't think anything of it. It was an old pirated tape after all. But then, on the second flash of static, I saw something. A figure standing in the blizzard of black and white dots. It looked familiar. On the third flash, my blood ran cold. The figure was me. I was standing there in the static, with a look of mild confusion on my face. I rewound the tape, my hands trembling. I had to be imagining it. I played it again. Scene change, static flash. There I was again, but this time my expression was one of dawning worry. I kept watching. Each burst of static showed me again, my face contorting further into fear, then outright terror. In the final static break before the credits, my on-screen self was screaming, his face a mask of pure, silent horror, his hands pressed against some invisible barrier as the noise consumed him. I ripped the tape out of the VCR and threw it in a drawer, trying to forget what I saw. I told myself it was a prank, a clever edit by some twisted fan, but that night as I tried to sleep I saw it. The corner of my vision, where the shadows were deepest, started to shimmer and glitch, just like analog static. I blinked hard, but it didn't go away. It was faint, but it was there, a small patch of my world replaced by humming, monochrome noise. The next day it was worse. The reflection of a building in a puddle fizzled into static for a moment. The face of a news anchor on a TV in a store window dissolved into a mess of glitching lines. The static was bleeding out of the tape, out of my memory, and into my reality. It was like the world was a faulty broadcast, and my channel was being tuned out. I started seeing my static self everywhere, a fleeting glimpse in a mirror, his face now gaunt and hollow-eyed, a shadow in a crowd that looked just like me, but with a silent scream etched onto his features. He was a ghost trapped in the noise, a warning of what was to come. I tried to talk to friends, but the words would catch in my throat, replaced by a low, humming buzz that only I could hear. Now the patches of static are growing. Sometimes a whole section of a wall will flicker and corrupt, revealing the swirling black and white chaos behind it. The sound of rain is sometimes replaced by the hiss of an untuned television. My world is being overwritten, piece by piece. I can feel the texture of reality becoming thin, brittle. I went to get the tape, thinking maybe destroying it would stop this. But the drawer was empty. In its place, shimmering in the darkness, was just a small, square patch of angry static. It's not just in the world anymore. It's in my home. It's hunting me. I don't know how much longer I have before a scene changes, and I'm the one trapped behind the screen. I just hope that when the static takes me, I don't end up in someone else's tape. Thanks for listening. If you see me in the static, please just turn it off.